What's up, guys? This is the Buzz. This is the Saiyan. New video. Let's get into it. So we got a Darkstalkers Universal Fighting System tin here. You may have seen it sit on my shelf for about a year or so. I've been kind of saving it, kind of waiting to get into the mood of actually getting this lovely piece of packaging unwrapped and checking out what is inside. So let's not delay any longer, although I do need the trusty scissors. So there you go. You guys look at this, and I get the scissors. I got the scissors. We may have to just do it like that. Now you want to be careful with the tin, because obviously you don't want to scratch it. So I think what I'm going to do is just really go in here. There's a little kind of flap, and get in with a bit of an incision, so we can just then start to hand wrap it. There you go. And it's given in quite nicely as well. Yep. Sweet. Now, any old UFS stuff is so fucking hard to find in the UK, guys. And now with the new Brexit tax on eBay, it is highly unlikely that many people will carry on ordering from overseas because, well, Boris just wants to tax everybody. But either way, I luckily had this saved for you guys for a while. So what we should expect in here is actually on the back. So there's a 60 card starter deck, there's a couple of additional characters. I'm assuming you may or may not be able to play the deck with those characters as well. And we get 3 boosters in this box as well. Besides that, I think there is a poster, a learn to play mat, and a rules sheet as well. In terms of the tin, we have more artwork on the side, on the front, and let's see what's in here. Okay, so the first thing that we see is the introductory rulebook, how to play rules. There's quite a lot to it. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not a big fan of this format, but I can also understand that there's obviously less effort involved in just printing the whole thing on a double-sided piece of sheet like this. I do like the booklet format, but that's just really personal preference. This is actually better, less resources used. Happy days. In terms of the poster is really glossy. The poster is super glossy. Check this out. Okay. All right. So the poster is also the playmat, which I think is really cool. Actually, guys, if you haven't looked at my Cowboy Bebop Turbo starter deck unboxing, then make sure you check that out as well, because that also has some cool poster combos with playmat. So check this out. This is really cool, actually. I need to kind of come back to check this out. This is one of the things that's outstanding with UFS, I think, is that you get these really cool posters, and they, of course, are also game mats. Now, I'm not 100% convinced that you will ever be able to truly unwrap this, because it's that kind of laminated kind of cardboard. So, whilst it is cool, an addition, you would really have to like hack the system. You would probably have to look at probably framing this if you really want this up on the wall, but god damn it, this is some fine piece of Darkstalkers artwork right here for you guys. So obviously Lilith is the core character in this particular tin. I do believe that there was another tin that came out for the corresponding starter deck, which is with the werewolf guy, Taliban, Tally something, the werewolf guy anyway. So I would expect that to also have a poster for obviously the corresponding character, and kind of like the same stuff, that starter deck that's available, and a bunch of other things as well that we're gonna now jump back into looking at. So we got the starter deck here, and we get the additional characters. And we have 1, 2, 3 boosters. Shall we crack them all? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna put these back in the box for now. The rules, the poster, put this away. And let's focus on the main deck. So this is a 60 card starter deck. I like when they give you the little pull-off strip design that is huge, and it goes around as well. Whoa! How many times it just kind of like you pull on it and it's gone. It's gone. It's done. Okay, interesting. First of all, you gotta smell the cards, right? Ooh, and this is exactly the same smell as when you open a new old stock versus system, the original, the OG. Maybe the same printing facilities. I don't know. But what we have here is 2 of the same Lilith cards to start with. I guess maybe there is a possibility to break this down to 2 30 card starters. I can perhaps assume that. I don't really see any other reason why you would get 2 of the same character, especially when you get 3 more characters in addition to your starting deck. So if we have a quick look at these guys in here, we have a Hyatzil, Sasquatch, and a Victor as well. Now I don't know if these are random or pre-selected. Let me just check if they're okay. So they share one symbol there, they share that symbol there, and they share that symbol there. So okay, you'll see technically you are able to play this deck with any of these 4 characters. So that's pretty cool. That's giving you some replayability. You get obviously some customizing options as well with the 3 boosters. So I mean, I think this is a pretty good product. I mean, I'm not even surprised that it's that difficult to find. If I would have been actively playing UFS, now Universes, I would have definitely picked one of these up when it was new. When was it new, you might be asking? It was new in 2013. So as of the recording of this video, June 2021, these are 8-year-old cards roughly. So what else do we get? We get 1, 2, 3 copies of Soul Flash. I think we're starting with the attacks here. So there you go, Soul Flash for you. Then we get 1, 2, 3, 4 Wing Slash cards. Honestly, guys, I don't even know what the playset is. I think on Turbo it's 3. I think on 60 card decks it's 4. So you should be able to customize however you see fit. We then get 4 copies of Merry Turn. And again, the artwork is really cool. Like, what I do like about these UFS cards is that they really do, flesh out the universe of the particular game they choose to obviously include in the system. 3 copies of Innocent Hug. I doubt that there's anything innocent about that. And then we get 4 copies of Shining Blade. There you go. And we only get the 1 copy of Splendor Love. We're still looking at attack cards. And we have 2 copies of Luminous Illusion. Now, I don't really know what those 2 dots mean, but if I had to hazard a guess, I'd say you can only include 2 copies in your deck. If I was hard pushed to make an assessment on that. And here we go, we get to Foundations now. We got 1, 2, 3, and a 4th copy of Lesser Half. Again, just some really solid artwork on all of these cards. And then we're going to having 4 copies of Curiosity. And we got 4 copies of New Experiences. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Mary, like Merry Christmas. Not Mary, like Hail Mary. And then we have 2 copies of Her Own Will. 2 copies of Limited Time. And then we got 2 copies of Luring the Enemy. 2 copies of Self-Awareness. 1, 2, 3 copies of Granted a Body. And we see 4 copies of Fulfilled in a Battle. And we have 1, 2, 3 copies of Incomplete. And 1 copy of To Return Home. And finally, 2 copies of Sealed Space. So this is the starter deck for Lilith that we got in the tin. Cards are in really good shape. There's a tiny bit of a sort of like a bump maybe the cards got. You can just see that little dot there, which kind of follows the cards themselves. But honestly, I don't care. I'm gonna be playing with these cards. So you know, guys, that I'm more about playing the cards than collecting them. And then here we go. 3 10 card boosters of the first Darkstalkers release, not the one that came out with. It was Darkstalkers release that came out with, I think, Soul Calibur. 100% compatible with the entire range of UFS collectible card games. There is an MSRP of $3.99. Some, maybe the set name is Redemption. Guys in the know with UFS, please leave a comment below to tell me what that Redemption means with the skull. They all have the same. But there's no rarity ratios on the cards. Let's open one old school style. Just go in. Oh Jesus! All right, here we go. So we start out with we got commons, and then he moves on to okay, clever. So the last one is the rare, so we don't have to do any of the shenanigans. So we got Tribal Protector, Tainted Blood, the Vampires Tournament, A Land of Marioku, Deadly Needle, the 12th Pharaoh, Swarm of Bats. We should be on commons now, yeah. Glacial Assault, Suspended Sword, and our rare is Big Blow, which actually, funny enough, can go into our deck because it does share the water symbol. So that's our rare. Cool stuff. We have 3 uncommons, and that should leave us with 6 common cards, which is correct. The second one I will open with the scissors at the bottom, just nice and gently. There you go. That's the one. Crack this one. We have Killing Dinosaurs, Conflicting Ambitions. This is straight up for our deck as well. Tainted Blood, A Land of Marioku, the 12th Pharaoh, Tainted Blood, Detachable Body, our first uncommon, the Professor Lost, Pulled to Majigan, Glacial Assault, and our rare is Blizzard Sword. Cool. And then the final booster. Let's crack this one as well. Just good old crack it, have it, enjoy it. That's what cards are for. So we start with a Thundering Assault, where the seas meet. Tribal Protector, the Vampire's Tournament, Deadly Needle, the Land of Macaw is our last common, Power Struggles is our first uncommon, Becoming One, a Dying Race, and our rare is a Matai Riku, whatever that means. But it is a terrain asset. So, thank you for joining me. See you next time, guys. Peace.